Hi, this is Susil. Today we are discuss Scrum. So what is Scrum? Scrum is better way of building product. Before some time we are using the waterfall method. When we get any project, we work on the waterfall method. But now we and all world using the Scrum method. So Scrum is a framework which people can address complex problem with adaptive approach while creating productive and creative product of the highest possibilities value. So here is Scrum is lightweight and simple to understand, but difficult to master. Scrum is everywhere. 90% estimated agile team use Scrum. 12 million plus estimate user Scrum daily. Productive IBR. So Scrum is framework within which one can design and implement various process and technology to manage complex project. Scrum makes clear the intended result of your product management and work technologies so that you can continue improve the product and team work environment. So this is the Scrum framework. This is we are taking from the scrum.org. So if you see here in left side the product backlog. So product backlog is a complete product, and in second sprint planning. So we take in chunk in the sprint planning, and then sprint backlog uh, assigned to a Scrum team. Scrum team, a development team where member 2, 3, 4 or maximum is 7 or 8. So this is the sprint 15 days or 1 week, 2 week, 4 weeks. Let's see in the next slide. So first we decide the priorities. Priority is your requirement. Scrum use sprint to complete work in chunk. Don't forget to priorities. It's always a good idea to prioritize the task on your product backlog from crucial to less important. This is task for the product owner being the one most intimate with the needs of the stakeholder. Sprint 1 week, 2 week or maximum is a 4 week. Once we have completed the sprint, we represent in the increment session. So if we talking about what Scrum framework consists of, then we have role, events, artifacts, adds rules, and each component serves its own purpose for Scrum success and right. So it's very important what is the potential to use the Scrum. So Scrum framework initially designed and used for managing and design product, and it is used worldwide for you can research and identify the feasibility market, technologies and product capabilities. You can develop product and its enhancement. You can release product and its enhancement as frequently, and it's used by in continued days. It's important from time to time. And next slide. So here is a PO product owner and Scrum Master, Scrum Master team member, and stakeholder. These are the key member of Scrum. So this is all the diagram, sprint method. So product backlog, when we get any product, so product owner have the responsibility to take the product and divide into the different user story and assign to these work to the development team. So these all work of the product owner. Product owner clearly express product backlog item, order the item to product backlog to achieve goal and missing, optimize the value of work, development team performance, ensure that product backlog is visible, transparent, and clear to all the team members. product owner ensure that development team is having complete understanding of product backlog to the level needs. It is not necessary that all the responsibility must be executed by the product owner. They can get these responsibility executed by the development team. However, product owner is the accountable for the outcome. What a development team do, it's all responsibility of the product owner. So this is the product backlog. And what is the difference between a product backlog and the sprint backlog? So therefore, during the planning meeting, everyone on the development team should discuss what must be done and how it will be complete. There is the product backlog, and the items from that list are the move to sprint backlog list. It is at this point that each team on the sprint backlog is broken down into the tasks or steps that will be taken to the complete that item. All of this must be clearly communicated and agreed upon. For as noted above, once started, there can be no changes to the task and steps needed to complete them. So here is the diagram: product backlog, sprint backlog process. So product backlog, everything to be done in product, and sprint backlog, everything to be done in the sprint and step to complete. Here you see the another screen. Product backlog. Product owner divided a project in different user story. User story 1, user story 2, 3, 4, and sprint backlog. So he pull 3 user story from product backlog and assigned to sprint backlog 1, 2, 3, and development member take the user story from ready to pull stage and into the in progress stage, and create the task 1, task 2, task 3, task 4, etc. And one by one they complete the task in the user story. So what is the sprint backlog? So here is two difference. The sprint backlog is like a subset of the product backlog. The sprint backlog comes from the product backlog, but it's contain only that item or those items that can be completed during each sprint. Think of it as the marching orders for the teams as they go off on their short sprint. So product backlog is all the 6 user story in the product backlog, and product owner fetch 3 user story from product backlog to sprint backlog and assign to development team with the help of Scrum Master. Scrum events. These are the Scrum's events. The development work that will be completed during the sprint is planned at the sprint planning meeting and involve the whole Scrum team. If your sprint is a month long, then the sprint planning is time box to 8 hours. If you have a shorter sprint, then the time box is reduced relatively. So here is the input, product backlog, and listen latest increment and velocity capacity of the development team. If a member goes to on the holiday or some other work, then the velocity of item it's reduced as the member. And what will you do? That is discussed in the sprint planning, and how will we do it. So this also discussed in the sprint planning. And output, sprint goal, you have achieved your goal within the sprint. And sprint backlog, if anything you have not completed within the sprint, it should be go to the next sprint with the discuss in the respective meeting. So respective meetings, it's very good platform for all the member who is the part of development team. Here the discuss of the development team. Development team are self-organized team. No one can instruct development team how to turn product backlog into the increments of the potential release functionality. Develop team is cross-functional and having required skills to complete to the work within the sprint. There is no title for development team, even though work is being performed by a person. There will be no BS sub team is the development team, regardless of testing, architecture, operation, and business analysis. So development team is having unique skill and area of focus, but they are yet accountable as a whole team, not as a individual member. So if I'm the part of a development team, I'm not responsible for only my user story. We are also accountable for other user story because we are the part of one team, and our goal is your sprint will be good at the end of a review meeting. So yes, the development team size, as we have discussed, the development team size should be small enough to quick executed work within the sprint and large enough to finish significant work within the sprint. So product owner and Scrum Master are not the part of the development team unless they are executing sprint item by themselves. Very crucial part of the Scrum Master. So Scrum Master responsibility is showing here the clearing obstacle, what is the problem in team, and coordinate with the team member and the product owner, and maybe with the stakeholder. But product owner have two faces. One is discussed with the stakeholder, and second is discussed with the development team. So product owner more responsible compared to the Scrum Master. So Scrum Master have many responsibility here, establishing an environment where the team can be effective, addressing team dynamic, and so a good relationship between the team and product owner as well as other outside the team, protecting the team from outside interruption and distractions. So Scrum Master have more responsibility and ensure goal, scope, and product domain should be understood by the everyone. Scrum Master finding techniques to effectively manage product backlogs. Scrum Master helping team to understand need for clear and consistent product backlog item. And Scrum Master ensure product owner must know how to arrange product backlog to maximum value. And Scrum Master understand how Scrum is going on, how events as we needed. So very good responsibility of Scrum Master. And here is also Scrum's events. So Scrum's events frameworks consist 4 events within the time box with a time bound, such that every event has a maximum duration. Once sprint being its durable become fixed, and neither can be shortened or extended under the circumstances. So as we have discussed the sprint, here we discuss the development team. Development team have 4, 5, or maximum 9 member. They have self-organized. They're responsible to each other. If any one person is going to the holiday, other person know everything, and accountable whole teams. So here is the daily Scrum. First we have start from the left to right. So first product backlog. After that sprint planning with the team, with the Scrum Master and the product owner, and sprint backlog. Then we take into the sprint, which may be 2 weeks, 4 weeks, or 1 week. And after that is sprint review, how you work this meeting with the Scrum Master, with product owner, and as well as the stakeholder. So this is the very crucial meeting with the